basic types of data in C program, or you can say basic types of variables. Variables are meant to store the data. Now there are in general 4 types of data. One is char, which is called the character type. Then int, that means integer. Float, that means the floating numbers or the real. And double. Double also represents the floating number with greater precision. Now a char or character type is used to hold individual characters, and each individual character occupies just 1 byte. An int or integer requires 2 bytes by most compilers. And these 2 bytes can hold any value between -32,767 to 32,767 respectively. And integer is used to store integer numbers only and cannot have any fraction values. Then we have float data type, and this is used to store floating point numbers. And range is also given, that means 1 into 10 to the power minus 37 to 1 into 10 to the power plus 37. Within this range, a floating variable can store the value. Double. Basically, double is also used to store floating point numbers, but with greater precision of about say 15 digits. Range is also given. Within this range, a double data type can store as value. Now this is a simple program. Include stdio.h. stdio.h means standard input-output file. We have included at the beginning of the program. Then, as I have told, C is a combination of functions, and one of the functions must be a main. So we always start the program with main and then parentheses. Within parentheses we have not written anything because no arguments is there in the main function. The concept of arguments or the use of arguments in the function will come across later on. Then we give a brace. This is the syntax. We give a brace, and within this we write the body of the function. So only one identifier or variable is there, age, and the type of the variable is integer. We have written printf, then within inverted comma enter your age. You can write anything. You can write anything here, as long as it is within inverted comma. Whatever you write here, that will be come as an output after the execution of the program. Semicolon. This is a syntax. Scanf. You see, earlier we wrote %f. Here we have written %d. Now %f, %d, these are known as format specification. Now, as this age is an integer variable or a data of integer type, we use %d. %d ampersand age. So inverted comma, then again comma, ampersand. This forms the syntax of writing the scanf function. Age. Printf, you entered the age %d, comma age. Now see, so first of all, what we need to do? We need to compile this program. And as no error is there, so we will get the message compilation done successfully. Then we link the program with the library functions. Then we go for the execution. Now once we execute the program, what happens? You see, the control will start from here, it will come here. Once it comes here, you will see in the screen it is written enter your age. That means we have written the enter your age for our own benefit. Then the control will come here. Scanf means the input function. That means once the control comes here, in this command, the program will wait for the input. The program will wait for the input, and whatever we input through the keyboard, that will be stored in the variable age. Suppose we put the value 37, that means 37 will be stored in the age. If we, until and unless we do not insert any value, the program will not proceed. Then again printf function. You have entered %d age. That means this is the syntax of writing the printf. You see, you have entered, this much will be printed in the screen, and in place of this %d, the value of age will be shown. So if we input 37, the output will be you have entered 37. Fine. So when we execute the program, first we will come across a line, enter your age, then we will input through the keyboard, then you will see the result, you have entered 37. That's it. Then modifiers. Modifiers basically changes the meaning of the data type. For example, int reflects that the concerned identifier is of integer type. But we know, as I have told you, an integer type variable can store data from -32,767 to +32,767. Now suppose you need to store a value of greater precision, say 32 lakhs of something, and that also of integer type. So what we do, we instead of int, we write long int. Fine. And if we need to store a smaller digit, say 2-digit integer, then we think that it's no need to occupy the larger space. So at that time we can use the short modifier. I can write short int. In this way I have signed and unsigned. Signed means if I need to store a value with signed, or if I need to flush a value with sign, positive or negative, then I use signed or unsigned. It's written here, just go through this. See another example, include stdio.h main, then long int. Here instead of int I have written long int, because I know that this sales value will be of larger magnitude or precision. And why I have written equals to 43,500? Because I have initialized the identifier with this value. That means at the very beginning I have assigned a value 43,500 to the variable sales. Then float, that means I have declared another variable of type floating. This is gain. So two variables I have, one is sales of type long integer, and then gain, this is the type real. And I have written gain equals to 7/100 into sales. Printf, you see backslash n. So when within inverted comma, actually printf statement, after printf we give a parenthesis, then we write within inverted comma. So within inverted comma we have written backslash n. So what's the meaning of writing this backslash n? It means that the printed output will be on the new line. If I write backslash t also, it means that before the print one tab will be given. Just you will get a small space, and here you will get the print in the new line. So profit is %f. %f is nothing but format specification, and in place of this %f, the value of gain will be flashed. or shown. So whatever value of gain is there, that will be shown in place of this percentage F. So when we execute the program, the control at the beginning will come here. It will take 43,500 to the sales, and then shall calculate gain. Gain we have declared a variable, and value of gain, whatever this is, whatever this value comes out, will be assigned into gain. Actually, you see one thing I tell here. When we write gain equals to something, this equals to does not mean that equal to operator. This is called the assignment operator. Means whatever calculation is done, the value of this will be assigned to the variable gain. Fine. Now what the variable gain having the value, this will be flashed here, or this will be shown here in place of percentage F.